Hey Riff, this is Rock. Just doing a quick VOD review of your Sky Temple game. Trying to review the quote-unquote macro versus
Battle
the
commences
micro,
in
and some of
10
the
seconds.
just larger team calls that happened or didn't happen
5,
throughout the match.
4, 3.
Um, so
Let the battle begin.
as we follow along here, I'm going to try and follow mainly your POV to start. So as always, one of the first things you want to try and evaluate is what exactly your guys' win condition is. It's a sad Tychus, but that happens. Um, so obviously, the big thing that you guys have right now when looking at your composition is the first thing I look for in Sky Temple is Sky Temple is a map where you don't have the team fight. You can just win 100% through macro. And so as I'm looking at your composition, um, both teams effectively have an anchor, right? Chromie and Junk can more or less anchor and safely clear any wave on this map. They shouldn't die, shouldn't be caught out of position, so that's good. Next comes camps. So Greymane can solo camps. Rhaegar plus Tychus can pretty much do every camp on the map pretty quickly. And then Blaze and Sonya can have their duel. So, and then technically, yeah, that means that Anduin and Garrosh will be able to float a little bit more as plus ones. So, should be fairly even. As I said, from my guess would be that your guys' win condition revolves around getting a pick and trying to get a quick kill off of, or your win condition is actually going to be all in using your level 10s of the Diablo wombo combo to hopefully blow up somebody. Yeah, you're not going to have a fun matchup down here. So I'll just kind of be looking at the mini maps you guys are fighting and see what happened between calls and things. Good job revealing traps, get things cleared up. So a little bit faster on camps, I guess it's kind of expected at this point. They just have a little bit better wave clear and other buttons. So you guys are playing this map like a 1-3-1 instead of as a 4-man, which is fine. It just means that, yep, okay, you guys are making your way up to the camp. And as you do that camp, Greymane's probably already on it, which means you're a little bit slower on the camp. They've done a lane swap, brought Blaze down. Yeah, they definitely have great, yep, so they're definitely top because they're going to be pushing since they rotate all the way down like that. So the question is should you... So my first thought here, it's not on your questions, but my first thought here is that you shouldn't be bottom versus Blaze. You have 10 times the amount of kill pressure and anti-siege compared to Sonya. Sonya wants melee whack whack. So as soon as we saw Ruglord come down here, we probably should have done a full rotation as well, so that way you can help clear the anti-siege. Just your bomb and mine presence alone is enough to probably slow down their roll, because if you blow someone over, they just die. So I think I would have swapped that right away. If you stay down here versus Ruglord, it's not the end of the world. It's just that you're going to potentially have problems. Yep, looks like Sonya died. Like I said, it's just one of those offlane things, right? Like Sonya can't do anything up there. Okay, so since they died up there, we want to be pushing our advantage, which is what you're doing. You're fast clearing the lane down here. Top is going to be neutral crashing. Mid-wave there. Are you catching mid-wave? Yep. Sonya's also catching mid-wave. So need to make sure that as a team... Okay, cool. You went, so you swapped. Okay, we officially lane swapped. Can we support this camp at all? You might be able to look for a kill. The problem is anything pre-10... So, like, this is why I was saying that your team is probably an all-in. Because anything pre-10 is going to be really hard to kill. You can't really, quote-unquote, burst a Garrosh, even though you have Tychus, right? There's no follow-up CC to lock down Garrosh. The only way Garrosh dies is, you know, a full APOC stun wall combo type thing. Your traps will help. So it's either full displacement, full wombo combo from Diablo, or displacing him with your mine. And then both of those can be easily yoinked. So you don't really have an easy target for you guys to engage on, and you don't have long enough follow-up CC to ensure things are dead before 10. So any fight that you guys take before 10, in my opinion, is wrong. Just because that's not what you guys designed this comp to do. If you say, especially if you were thinking that you were a macro comp, the macro comp doesn't want to fight early. The macro comp wants to exploit the lane imbalances and your advantages. And even just from draft start, it doesn't look like there is a lane imbalance to where you'd be able to out siege, out push, or do anything. So pretty much to me the drafts are even as far as wave clear and camps. If anything, there's a slight advantage to red, just because Greymane just does it that much faster. So I would think that you guys' opportunity to win this game is going to come from level 10s. So, okay, first time was 650, so we're not there yet. So you guys are supporting this camp. You guys kind of engage on two different targets there. The bomb looked good, and then Diablo also looked good. So, okay, we're playing for top. So 4 versus 4 bottom. Some good Tychus damage. Now that the wave's cleared, you guys have positional rotation advantage on them. So you should be able to maybe find something. Oh, Diablo. Okay, that's our one heal. We probably have to back at this point. Okay, unless Diablo has tap. I think he does. We can maybe look one more time. That's a good route. Yeah, that's a good idea. Just our teams kind of split on our angle attack. You should be able to kill Psycho here. Oh, well done. So 1 for 1. That's unfortunate. Now we're overextended. Yeah, they're gonna get you here. Oh, that time trap may have saved Kurama. Yep, it did. Okay. So, again, I think we're forcing fights early here. Like, obviously we don't want to give the temple for free, but, like, we need to be fighting together, whether it's all of us pushing the lane and then getting a flank angle after that, if that's what you're looking for, is that wall bang off of here, or we're all fighting together and fighting in these chokes or fighting in the bushes. We were just kind of split with our engage, and then Diablo tapped, but he wasn't healthy. Like, he was, you know, half health when he was re-engaging there, and then just got blown up. So, okay. Haven't got to any of the macro decisions yet. That's fine. Okay, we pretty much get most of mid for free. Well done. So we're back to doing things. Okay, so at this split, we need to watch out for an invade. Diablo watched it. Oh, they're sieging. Yeah, I guess they can just knock stuff down. Yeah, they might invade. If you think they might invade Rift, you might want to put a bomb on the point ahead of time. Okay, they didn't do it, but... Okay. So, oh, you did have the bomb on the point. Good job. That's good to see it from your POV. Okay, we're still watching out for Garrosh, watching the rotation. Okay. We're 10s here. This is a great chance to fight. We hit 10s. Blaze is top. This is your time. Looks like you guys also are seeing it. Well done. Yes, a whole little bit of anti-synergy there. You're going to get only 1 instead of 3. But that's okay. That's a great job. Great way to take the fight. Now push your advantage. Okay. So pushing the advantage is going to be opening up bottom. If we open up bottom, then the temple will get some more value, and hopefully we can trade keeps. Or sorry, trade forts. Okay, Greymane took the top. They're back to full strength. We got the whole wall. Okay. Okay. So... Okay, the first question is, how do you fight for this temple? So, if you give the temple, you will most definitely lose your whole wall and half of your keep, half of your fort. If we will have APOC in 45, and so if we're going to fight around having APOC, right? Like, we don't fight unless APOC's up, then we should be clearing and sieging and split pushing, if you're truly playing that macro type of thing. So Sonya being top is fine. That just means that, you know, Kurama, Austin, and Eric need to be pushing mid, right? So you at least get equal value if you're not going to be actually fighting down here. You made a note about we acknowledge that the choice to push bot made us late for catching mid and doing the camp, which means we're too late to contest the objective. Oh, did you guys actually go to a camp? Oh, Sonya's on the camp. She's not answering top. Okay, now I understand. So yeah. So right now you're in a catch-22. You effectively need to make a call. Are we fighting or are we not fighting? Right? So... Oh, you just typed exactly what I said. So you said you acknowledge that they made the choice, made us late, and so that means we cannot contest the objective, which I agree. You cannot contest the objective if Sonya is top. So you called that we should have their lanes. Junkrat can deep push bots so they don't get to hit it for free. So I 100% agree if that's the macro play you want to do. So let's see. So we're running around. Obviously we can't really kill Blaze. He has bunker. Okay. So we're instead trying to force 4v5. It's a good trap. Good block. Hey, good find. Great job scouting, Rift. So... yeah. So I 100% agree with what you wrote. If you're trying to play this as a macro composition, and they are committing 5 to bottom, you have to find an advantage elsewhere, right? Your team is playing around APOC. APOC was on cooldown until a little bit into this match, so you need to make sure that you're fighting around your APOC. And if it's not up, we do something else that's proactive. And I really like the idea, that's kind of what you said, sieging middle, right? Even if it's Sonya, because Sonya, quote-unquote, has better siege with W build than Tychus, I don't care. But you really should have been doing something else on the map. I don't know if I like this camp. Like, I agree we needed to get this cleared, but, like, this camp, we'll see if this camp gets value. I almost would have rather have seen a 1-3-1, like you said, on your macro style here. Because we effectively gave them everything bottom and didn't push or do anything. The advantage we got was a camp that was not critical. I need to rewatch this team fight. You guys got a kill, though. You get 2 kills. Okay. Yeah, you guys continue to win on your team fights when you have APOC, which is, like I said, your strength. Rift is going to be able to get the kill on Psycho here. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, you do. Okay. Alright, again, so you got your kills. What do? Where's your advantage? That's 3 dead. We need to be pushing top. Let's knock down that building. Well done. Good calling, good stuff. Chromie's middle, so you definitely want to be pushing. Red Lord is a little cheesy. I don't know if we get that, but you took the W cooldown, so I understand. Oh, wait, we don't finish this building? You're worried about them taking your building? Oh, hold on. Did you have a note here about this? 828. Yeah, you did. Okay, we didn't finish the fort. Someone was late leaving top, which would have brought us more time top. Either way, I was sad we left. We got very little for getting 2 kills. I understand we don't have 1 lasers on our keep, but I think we could have split differently to defend both. Yes, so I 100% agree. You got 3 kills. You have a camp here. You need to find an advantage. This map is all about structures. If you don't take structures, you're going to be behind, right? If you're really worried, again, if you're worried about anti-siege, right? The anti-sieger on your team is Rift, Junkrat, not Sonya. Sonya may be your offlane, but Sonya's not your anti-siege. So let's quickly go back and double check. So right here again, I think you look for this kill. It didn't happen, right? 12 seconds still. We should need to rip this building. So either Sonya's looking for kills and sieging here, and Rift is clearing mid. Like, I don't mind this. Right? Like, this is still fine. I think Gingy's potentially being over aggressive here. Like, yeah, this is over aggressive to me. If you're clearing the lane, clear the lane. If you're fighting, fight. Don't do both. And so because we did both, someone's calling, come mid, do something, because you even see this leap comes out, and again, there's no kills here. There's now 3 here. Like, we definitely could have gotten that building. And we're chasing kills. That's a dead Tychus. Oh, good cleanse, Kurama. Okay. Yeah, again, we like, this is the second time we've done like 2 things half-halved. It definitely seems, I can see where you're talking about, it feels like the calls aren't matching up with the win condition of the map, right? Like, you guys are trying to win through macro, which means you're trying to knock down buildings. you're all in. Once you get your all in and you blow your load on your Diablo, you get kills and you move. But it seems like we're not doing that. Let's see the other one. He's 11:26. I'll try and get on top of it this time. Okay, move back to your position. So this is a split temple. Obviously, you want to be able. Uh-oh. 2 mid, 1 top. Good rotation on the safe side. Okay, we have all of our buttons up. We're ready to fight. Greymane showing bottom, so take your poison, which one you want. Looks like we're going bot. They've already chose mid. You might be able to catch up to him. It's a little deep. We overlap stuff there. Oh my gosh, we're gonna not get that kill. He's out. Yeah, we kind of anti-synergied there. I don't know if... Yeah. So, call me crazy here. We still have APOC. We still have all of our buttons. I think you 5-man or 4-man push this, then come back and do the temple. Because these shots are effectively wasted. Right? Like, you probably would get mid if we stayed. And then if they want to come down and fight us, right, we want to fight down in the choke. Yep. So now we're not finishing the temple, right? Okay. Austin's going in. Yeah, almost got him. Nope, he's gonna live. That's a good leap. That's a good pull. There's your wall bang. Oh, it's gonna be close. Yep, he's gonna die. Greymane gets a double. Yeah. To me, this is because we chased. Like, if we would have just stayed down here and played in our chokes, we probably would have been fine. But the fact that we chased made it 10 times worse, right? Because we split our damage. If we go back to like how this fight unfolds. Okay. I'm cool. If you know you're fighting, feel free to Odin up. They have vision that you are Odining up. So they just run. Right? And so now we're forcing a fight. If you engage on anyone but Garrosh, you probably have a chance to blow them up in that sync. Despite the fact that they probably have a deep ult. Right? Like, didn't even use the deep ult. And then this leap is good, but like it's out of sync from what we're doing. Like, imagine if leap was here or on one of these targets instead. Instead, it just became collateral damage. So I really think that fight should have been down here on this side rather than chasing them into the open space where your APOC does more damage, your Junkrat Tire gets more damage, your leap gets more damage, all that stuff. So, okay, there was something called here. So, okay, I call that we finish the other forwards, particularly top and middle. After some resistance, they obliged to go for the middle, which was lower, and they didn't want to pass their vision. However, middle was riskier since it's closer. Okay, well, let's just see. So, you guys are down players. They're showing on the temple. Right, so we definitely can do some things since on the temple. I see your pings, you're asking for us to be proactive. I think we can be proactive, I agree. They took boss. There's not really a lot you can do, right? They get boss because you're down players. Okay, let's back up so I can try and understand the macro call here a little bit more. Okay, so everyone's dead. You're now calling the thing. Okay. Austin's doing the right thing and making sure that you don't get invaded. Firestomp should have came out a little earlier, Austin, but that's okay. Chrom was trying to live. We almost got the building. So... You said top or mid. So your main problem, like, I think you're making the right macro calls. Just, Tychus needs to be a different hero. Like, Tychus doesn't siege like Greymane or Sylvanas or other stuff to where you can just run at these buildings like that. Like, I agree, we're down, we need to try and do something. Find an advantage somewhere, but like, you just can't. You can't get either one of those buildings, it's impossible. If we would have ran top, we maybe could have done some damage top, but it's just too hard. So, okay, I'll speed through the rest of this because of the comments and decisions that you had. So, to me, the rest of this game is going to come down to if you can get some good fights. You really need fights that are favoring you, because they're just gonna run the map and not fight you. At least that's what they should do. They should run the map and not fight you. Right here. If you can get a bomb. I don't know if you didn't have bomb up or not. I think that's the wrong button. I hit observer. I was cheating. Okay. There's an APOC. That's the one pole. We got him on the second. It doesn't look like we're gonna be able to reach. Okay, let's back up for a sec. Okay, I saw it earlier and I'm surprised you didn't try it. Okay, so we clear the boss. Take our camp. Okay, right here. Throw that bomb. Like, even if you don't get the kill, displace this. Make this not favorable. They did, like, 3 of them are still standing way too far forward. That you focused on the clear instead of stopping their push, right? Like, yes, we need to clear this, but, like, if you displace them, it might force an Anduin. You might push someone over the wall to where things can happen or get a kill. Or if they use their one Anduin pull, yes, they have 2, but now you have an opportunity for this Diablo engage to be worth more. Because now when they did this, right, we blew all of our buttons again to get a kill. That didn't happen. Then a follow-up leap didn't result much. So it feels like your damage structure is a little awkward if you're looking for those deep picks and those deep, like, leaps, right? Because you're front to back. You're very tiny armed in your Tychus damage. So, and then we didn't all in there. Like, a whole point of an all in comp is we all throw our buttons. So, like, the Junkrat Tire needs to come out. There's no way Odin's helpful there, unfortunately, because of how far, again, we're, like, reaching for stuff. But, like, if we're going to go all in, everyone needs to throw all their ults to try and make a kill happen. So. Time Trap's annoying. It's a... I don't know, like I said, bait seems risky. Didn't have vision. Yeah, that was a very risky invade. Like, I know we want to do something, but we just used 2 of our ults. Leap and cleanse get you same time. This one, unfortunately, is probably GG unless they make a critical error, because that's 3 keeps. Barely live.
The magic sleeps.
You and, I'm not sure how much communication's happening, Rift, between you and Gingy, but, like, you guys need to kind of talk through who's covering what. Because I see both of you are, like, instinctively running to cover Soak, which I'm glad that we're, like, clearing and covering Soak. But, like, so, like, you cleared the first wave, which was safe for Sonya. Now this wave is not safe for Sonya. Like, if you wanted this cleared so badly, like, this would be the wave that you should clear, because this is the most dangerous, and you can at least vision trap and boop yourself away. Like, if Sonya gets engaged down here, she's just gonna die. They are top, so maybe you knew, which, again, I want you for the anti-siege. So if you knew they were up here, anti-siege is where you... They're just trying to force because they have 20s. Sonya's trying to get you 20s, so good job not fighting. Oh, boy. I think we're going to be okay, though. Yeah, we're going to be okay. Sonya's almost got his 20s. We're going to get one good fight. Good scouting here. So we're going to get one shot at this. So it's a split temple phase. Doesn't matter. You have to go all in on one. So get your ults. Let's go. Sonya's late to this already. I don't know if Sonya needed to hearth or they just did that because you didn't know where they were, so you're playing safe. They found you first. You're still revealed. You just revealed your friends. That's a good idea. I don't like that we're continuing to go on to the Garrosh. Like, I agree a front-to-back Garrosh kills what you need, but, like, this APOC here is more of what I was expecting. Like, an APOC engage on the Anduin, or an APOC engage onto someone that you can actually secure and finish. This actually looks like a really good fight to me. If Gingy has leap, which he does, right here. That Anduin, man. There it is. Well done. Great fight. Way to punish them being out of position. So again, you have an advantage. Push your advantage. Well done. Siege, 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 siege. take what you can. You have no camp coming, so you have to play this kind of safe. I do think you can get this as long as Odin's up. If Odin's down, we need to start running. You're 2 dead. Yeah, someone's top on our core. Are we core racing? Oh my gosh, Kurama. Okay, we're core racing. Magic armor over there, and we die. I guess, did we have to core race? Let's see. I like the call. I think it's gutsy. Again, if you had someone that wasn't Tychus, this probably works. Like, it's not Greymane. Like, if like you guys are hitting buildings, like you're gonna run stuff down or empower something, you just don't have it. So, I think it was a really good attempt. Despite how far behind you guys were, you won your 20 fight, you came back. I think that's great. Yeah, so as far as your notes go, I mainly agree with you as far as trying to always find an advantage and take your advantage. And on Sky Temple specifically, buildings have to die. If buildings don't die, the objective is less value. So, and then if you're going to run something like this again, where you're specifically trying to play macro as your goal, I would definitely look at Tychus doing, Tychus being potentially a different hero, or if you're trying to pivot into like an early game plus macro, maybe switching out Rehgar, right? Because Rehgar brings no additional CC, so you guys couldn't kill anything until APOC came online. So then you took like 3 or 4 fights early game before APOC was online, which meant it was hard for you to get kills. But once APOC was online, you guys just flat out won every team fight. But because it's Sky Temple, you don't have to fight at the temples. And then, you know, it's like when they did win, they were able to get more value out of their pusher, out of their shrines. Yeah. So I agree with you on a lot of your macro calls and stuff, that we should finish forts, and we need to make a call on what we're going to do as far as hitting other lanes, moving things, or whatever. And I do agree that when you guys are looking at stuff, make sure if you're going to take Junkrat as your D push, or as your 1 in the 1-3-1, make sure he's actually getting value in D pushing. Don't leave Junkrat to fight Blaze, because that's not favorable for Junkrat. Like, sure, you harass Blaze, but that means that Sonya's stuck. Like, Sonya died top, I think, once or twice, because Sonya was the one that was in the 4-man compared to Junk being there to defend with the 4-man. So, overall, good game. I know it's a painful loss, and, you know, bickering doesn't help, but I think that it was good overall. All right, I'll catch you on the next one. Catch you later, Rift.